Hey everybody, this is Jacobo coming at you with a little quick tutorial teaching some of the most useful things I figured out. Some of them actually just fairly recently that really bugged me before. The three main things I'm going to be covered is like creating spikes with an extrude, or where all edges come together into one point, and also better camera navigation and adding things to your own shells that you create. I have stuff I use and my own kind of custom shelf that I use all the time, and it's the things I use a lot. So deleting history, modifying center pivot, stuff like that, creating all these important things, extrude right there. And how I did this, well, you can go like new shelf and then just navigate to whatever you want. And let me think of something I want to add. I could add let's do create 3D curve tool. So I have this open right here, set to that, and if I hold down Control and Shift, boom, it'll add it right to this right there, and I can always middle mouse and drag this to the trash and get rid of it. But I use that all the time, and I'm mostly working the stuff I use, things I use multiple times. I just throw it right up there, and I've got everything I want right here. So yeah, very, very helpful. The second thing is, well, let me just create a normal polygon cube. Under create, let me see, if you have on interactive creation, that'll make you, and then you go create like a cube, then you have to drag it. I mean, I guess if you like that, that's alright, but I've generally turned mine off so I get a perfect circle and stuff like that. So yeah, here I have my polygon cube, and let me make a couple duplicates and kind of show you. So when I'm working, you kind of navigate around and are trying to tweak things, and let's say I had a lot more detail, but I'm middle mousing and hitting Option, and then right click and go to vertex or something, and then this isn't quite the angle I want, and I just kind of want to pivot around maybe to that other side, but then it all moves around like that. I'm like, no, I just want it to focus on that, and it keeps moving it away, and I have to middle mouse over. And this really bugged me because it doesn't really stay on a fixed point. It swivels all around, and you can see that. And then a couple days ago I was thinking about that, and I realized I could show you what's happening. If you create a new camera, what you're doing really, hit the E key to rotate, is you're moving that around, so it's not really staying at that point, which is why, I mean, I'm sure if you use Maya much, you know what I'm talking about. It can be annoying to really try to focus on. If you're trying to focus just on the sphere, to move and pan around. So what I often do now when I work, not for rendering a final thing, but just for working, is create a camera just for kind of navigating, and then hit the R key and just make it really tiny. And then under panels, perspective, I go to camera 1, and now you can see it really does a much better job of focusing on that cube, because it's tiny. So that's, I mean, you could even make it even smaller than that, but it's definitely made a big difference with my workflow. Now you can really focus on that more since it's not moving all around. So yeah, that's what I often create now. And as far as extruding, click on the face and hit the extrude button. And another thing you can do with extrude is under polygons, you can go and extrude as many as you want, so you know you can turn the divisions up. One time I was creating some spikes and I kind of wanted to now it'll do 5 extrusions at once, and then I could, you know, take the edges and kind of move them around, and I found that was even quicker than kind of positioning each one. Felt it was really fast control. But oh yeah, and it really bugged me for a while, you know, when you over this it says complete tool, and I said no, I want to select faces, I want to select something like that. And what you have to do, if you, yeah, it'll say complete tool if you over what you have now, and then if you, or if you're in no space, but if you kind of arrow over like another edge or vertex or face or whatever is selected, and then you right click, then it'll get you back to that. So let's say I want to move this down and make it a spike, so I go, okay, that looks good, and it's a spike. But yeah, if you're looking close, it's actually pretty difficult to get it down. I mean, it's possible, but yeah, what you want to actually do, let me just start with a new cube. When you extrude, oh, also the quick keys, Q is select, you know, W is moved, E is rotate, R is scale. And if you want these to be bigger or smaller, just on your number pad, press the plus or minus keys for that. Also, like, yeah, if I'm trying to select stuff, often this will get in the way. So let's say I want to move around vertexes and stuff, and well, yeah, I'm trying to select that one, and well, sometimes if there's a bunch of vertexes, sometimes it like won't let you select, and you're trying to select, and it's in the way, or your move tool is, you know, in the way. Can happen a lot. I just go to Q for to make my selections, and then instantly W to move it, and that actually ends up being a lot faster. Just getting used to switching back and forth. Another really cool tip is if you hold down Q and then click, you'll get this other menu, and that you can do paint select, where you can, you know, paint on them, which can be really useful. You can also turn on camera based selection, which if you don't have it on, you select this, it'll select that, and behind, you know, it'll select all of these around here, which can be useful, but sometimes if there's all this stuff behind, you don't want it to select that. Let's say I just want to select these two faces, hit Q, go over to camera based selection, select over these two, only what's shown by the camera is selected and nothing else, which is really helpful. Alright, but now going on to yeah, doing the extrude. Oh, another thing I should mention, so let's say I line this up, I've had trouble with this before, line this up and scale it, and then I said no, I don't want that, so I just do undo, and undo, and then okay, I'm going to do an extrude, and this out, and then keep going. Well, that can actually cause serious problems. The one thing I didn't undo quite enough. It looks like there's one vertex here, but there's actually 5 I created laying on top of each other, which can really create problems, and you have vertexes over top of each other. So let me just do that again the right way. I can show you what I did wrong there. Yeah, scale it out, then I do, you know, undo, undo, but I haven't undone the extrusion. They're all lying inside of there, so you have to do undo one more time, and then, you know, you'll only have one edge, you won't have all 5 right there. But yeah, moving on. So I'll just set my extrude back to 1, and you want to do that before you select anything, or else it'll still apply that. So yeah, so I'll do extrude, and then move this out here, and then if you go to local scale over here in your channel box, this will be for this face right here. You can do local scale. If you type 0, boom, it's completely selected there. And you know, if you do 0 for the other two, boom, it's a perfect triangle, which can come in really handy. It's actually can be difficult to do this just by scaling, and that's the best and easiest way to do it. So I hope these couple lessons have taught you a lot. This is Jacobo signing out.